Қазіргі сабақты бастамас бұрын сілтемедегі слайдты ашып алыңыз. Okay, now how to books. So this slide is called books to boost. It means as I had said before, you can also read the articles, but if your level is just elementary or beginner, I will highly recommend you to start from the books, because books are more easier and interesting for you. Okay. And let's read this phrase of my own. Reading is dreaming with open eyes. It's really so. Here, why do we fear reading English books? First, you think that your level is not enough, you think that you don't understand, and you think that you should know every single word of the text. These are the common mistakes that we have told it before. But, let me repeat that. There are some books that you can find from my Google uncle that for your level, especially for your level. Even if there are no books, but I know that there are, because in our library of our college there were books for elementary level, and I think that the PDF versions of every book can be found in my with help of my Google uncle. Next, if you don't understand a sentence, it's okay. Even there were times when I didn't understand a whole paragraph, and but if you don't understand a whole page, there is a problem. But if you at least understand the page, what was happening in that page, like smoothly, it's okay. It's totally okay. It's just this problem is just because you are not used to reading. If you become used to reading, after you will see that it's not important to understand every single sentence and every single word, just to get the main idea. Okay. Next, I should know every single word of the text. Not of course. You don't need to understand 100% detail. Okay. So, my story. Let me tell you my story. So the first book, I remember myself going to the library and telling that I have advanced grammar, I have an English level of advanced grammar, and I start from the Harry Potter. Like my friends were taking the elementary books, or some pre-intermediate books, but I went there and took the book of Harry Potter and told me that. So I will read that book because I have advanced grammar. You know what happened next? I didn't understand anything there. Not only one page, I have read 3 pages but didn't get any idea of what was happening. I just know about like Harry Potter, it was something like Hermione and anything really, because actually my reading level was elementary. Because your level of grammar does not clarify your level of overall English language, okay? Next, tips and strategies. So number 1, start from elementary books. Probably you have expected the tip like define your level and read books of that level. But the key here is most people mean the level of only grammar. Believe me. Even in elementary books, you encounter words that you have never seen. I just want to know by repeating this. Number 2, will read familiar literature. Yeah, it will be better if you read a masterpiece that you have already read in your native language. Yeah, for example, like if your native language is, most of your native language will be Kazakh, but at least you also understand Russian, right? If you have read some books in Russian, here you are. You can read the translation of that book in English language. When you are sitting and thinking like, no, I haven't read any single word in this whole world, I don't believe you. In this school, teachers make us to read some books in the literature classes. So maybe there are no translation of Kazakh books, but at least there are translation of some famous Russian books that you have read in your literature class, Russian literature class, okay? That is why just read that. Something that you have already read, but another language. Because you are already acquainted with the story, because you are already acquainted with the story, you don't get disappointed. So you know what is story, and like with help of some words, you understand what was actually happening there. Okay. Next. Start from less, but be consistent. So 5 pages a day makes worry away. Actually, it's another proverb. It's called one apple a day makes doctor away. But I did it in my own way. Like 5 pages a day makes worry away. Because here, actually, really be consistent. Read every day 5 pages. I know in the beginning it will be hard, you're not understanding, but step by step you will become the master of reading, and you won't even notice how the time flew while you were finishing your 100 pages. Okay? So in order to be engaged and not be bored, start from 5 pages. You can increase the number of pages step by step, and once you start eating the whole book in a day, really, sometimes you will start finishing one book in a day. It's possible. Number 4, it's not necessary to know every single word here, of course, because why? Again, let me repeat, let me understand you that process of looking into a dictionary can disturb the joy of reading. Also, it will take lots of time and energy by making you frustrated to look at the vocabulary. It's from my own experience. Next, try to get the concept, the main idea, and analyze and retell what you are reading after reading a page. Yes. What I have done is reading set your goal. Reading 5 pages for today. After the first page, analyze what happens there. Retell for yourself only in 2 or 3 sentences. If it is a bit hard in English, just do it in Russian or Kazakh. Brainstorming and making notes are of course welcome. It's not welcome, but it's necessary. Next, imagine. Imagine 3 characters here. First is Sabina. She starts from difficult books like The Lord of the Rings. Next, here's Sultan. He cannot read without keeping dictionary and coffee and all that. Most interested in famous books with easier interpretation, which one he have already read in Russian, and keeps the focus on a general concept. So which ones right here, which character or which hero will improve his English language better? Of course, the last one, Muraz, because Sabina, she starts from the difficult books. You cannot start from the difficult because you are already starting, and your level of reading, your level of English reading is only elementary. And just he looks every single word, every vocabulary. No, you just need to get the concept. But Olshas was perfect because he read the famous books like Master and Harry Potter, but in easier interpretation. So, in short, create a reading ritual. The world's awesome people will be always open up to you after that, because the most familiar literature can help you to connect the ideas with other people. So my recommendations for you to learn to read is Harry Potter and The Lord of the Rings, of course others, but first just search from my Google uncle, like reading books for elementary level download the PDF. Don't read online, okay? Download the PDF and start reading 5 pages a day. And after like some months, of course, read Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings. It will really boost your imagination and English level and English confidence.